Introduction to Operation Management by Tremel Anderson. Operation management is the management of systems or processes that create goods and/or provide services. A supply chain is a sequence of organizations, their facilities, functions, and activities that are involved in producing and delivering a product or service. Goods are physical items that include raw materials, parts, sub-assemblies such as motherboards that go into computers, and final products such as cell phones and automobiles. Services are activities that provide some combination of time, location, form, or psychological value. Process management is a key aspect of operation management. A process consists of one or more actions that transform inputs into outputs. Business are composed of three interrelated processes: upper management, operational, and supporting processes. Business processes, large and small, are composed of a series of supply-customer relationships where every business organization, every department store, and every individual operation is both a customer of the previous step in the process and a supplier to the next step in the process. Process variation. Variation occurs in all business processes. It can be due to variety and variability. There are four basic sources of variation: the variety of goods and services being offered, structural variation in demand, random variation, and assignable variation. The scope of operation management ranges across the organization. Operation management people are involved in product and service design, process selection, selection and management or technology, design of work systems, location planning, facilities planning, and quality improvement of the organization products or services. The following are interrelated activities that are included in the scope of operations management: forecasting, capacity planning, locating facilities, facilities and layout, scheduling, managing inventories, assuring quality, motivating and training employees. Operation management and decision making. The chief role of operation manager is that of a planner/decision maker. Operation management professionals make a number of key decisions that affect the entire organization, which are what, when, where, how, and who. A model is an abstraction of reality, a simplified or representation of something. There are three types of models. Physical models look like their real life counterparts. Schematic models are most abstract than their physical counterparts, that is, they have less resemblance to the physical reality. Mathematical models are the most abstract, they do not look like all their real life counterparts. System approach. A system viewpoint is almost always beneficial in decision making. A system can be defined as a set of interrelated parts that must work together. The system approach emphasizes interrelationships among subsystems, but the main thing is that the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts. A system approach is essential whenever something is being designed, redesigned, implemented, improved, or otherwise changed. Establishing priorities. In every situation, managers discover that certain issues or items are more important than others. Typically, a relatively few issues or items are very important, so that dealing with those factors will generally have a disproportionately large impact on the results achieved. This well-known effect is referred to as Pareto phenomenon. This is one of the most important and pervasive concepts in operation management. Historical evolution of operation management. The Industrial Revolution era. In the early days of manufacturing, goods were produced using craft production. Highly skilled workers using simple, flexible tools produced goods according to the customer's specifications. Scientific management era brought widespread change to the management of factories. The movement was spearheaded by the efficiency engineer and inventor Frederick Winslow Taylor, who often referred to as father of scientific management. The human relations movement emphasized the importance of the human elements in job design. Decision models and management science. The factory movement was accompanied by the development of several quantitative techniques The widespread use of personal computers and user-friendly software in the workplace contributed to a resurgence in the popularity of the techniques. Influence of Japanese manufacturers. A number of Japanese manufacturers developed or refined management practices that increased the productivity of their operations and the quality of their products due to part to the influence of Americans. In today's world, everything is computerized and technology is slowly taking over the world. Electronic business or e-business involves the use of the internet to transact business. E-business is changing the ways business organizations interact with their customers and their suppliers. Most familiar to the general public is e-commerce, consumer business transactions such as buying online or requesting information. The word technology has several different definitions depending on the context. Generally, technology refers to the application of scientific discoveries to the development and improvement of goods and services. Operation management is primarily concerned with three kinds of technology: product and service technology, process technology, and information technology. These are the key issues for today's business operations: economic conditions, innovating, quality problems, risk management, and competing in the global economy. Environmental concerns. Concern about the global warming and pollution has increased an effect on how businesses operate today. Business organizations are coming under increased pressure to reduce their carbon footprint and to generally operate sustainable processes. Sustainability refers to the service and production processes that use resources in ways that do not harm ecological systems that support both current and future human existence. Ethical conduct. Many organizations have developed codes of ethics to guide employees or members' conduct. Ethics is a standard of behavior that guides how one should act in various situations. The five principles of thinking ethically: utilitarian principle, rights principle, fairness principle, common good principle, and virtue principle. Supply chain management is being given increased attention as business organizations face mounting pressure to improve management of their supply chains. Issues of not managing supply chains, the need to improve operations, increasing levels of outsourcing, increasing transportation goods, competitive pressures, increased globalizations, increased importance of e-business, and the complexity of supply chains.